Hey everybody, how are we doing today? We are live here at PokerStars Caribbean Adventure on Mark Hoke. On the Mark Hoke Show. We're having a great time down here. And apparently the sleepy's got the Joe a little bit. I'll cut that music, but we are, there he is. Joe Payne is meandering down the hallway right now. Technically, he's the host of the show for this trip, but, you know, we won't tell anybody about that. It's all good. But, hey, we're excited to be here with you today as we are on day 5 of the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure main event. The 25K high roll enters its second day. A lot happening. And we'll get to talk to... I'm just going to give Joe a chance to roll on over here. Hey, Joe, before you sit down, turn that camera up just a little bit because you're taller than me. Just tilt it up, just the actual camera. Just tilt it up a hair. There we go. Whoa, that's good. That's good. All right. So, yeah, I was on. We're on it right now. Yeah, it's 1:30. What? Oh boy. Joe was gonna have a story. We I heard 2 stories now, and I'm trying not to sound bad for our friends here at the hotel. But a couple of issues. Yeah, I'm dancing stuff around here, too. Apparently, we're not the only ones having room issues. From what I was told. I don't want to start telling too many stories out of school.
Well, then don't then.
You know, but wow. It's been we had another air conditioning crash last night.
I've lost 45 minutes of my life.
Joe lost 45 minutes of his life, apparently. That's not good.
I can never get this back.
I'm sorry, Joe. Here, I'll move over a little bit. I kind of scrunched.
20 minutes of it was waiting.
You're all dangled up there too.
Yeah,
What's going on? You're all you look like look like you're on a leash. Poor Joe. I don't even. Well, I will know at some point. I'm sure.
Will. It's not as bad, but
okay.
It could be better. But
okay, sounds good. Well, so. Man, I didn't even know where to start. But apparently another resident here had a part of the room ceiling collapse a little bit. So I think I would have traded that, though. I think I would have taken the falling ceiling for the 3 nights of busted air conditioner.
If the ceiling falls, it happens, it's over with, and you go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Our situation just seemed to never end. First it was hot, then it was cold, then it was so cold. Yeah, I know. I mean, then the whatever gears were turning, which they probably forced to turn to keep the air conditioner going, it sounded like a squealing pig.
Yes, it did.
All night.
If there had been a pig roast in the room, I'd have been all right with that.
I told the manager, I know I'm staying at an elaborate resort, but over the last couple of days, I felt like I was at a Super 8 motel.
Yeah.
Because
it was a little
things
rough.
that happen at Super 8.
A little rough. So apparently a resolution has been reached.
I guess you'll be happy with it.
I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
It could be better.
Well, it's one of those.
It's better than it was this morning.
Okay, so that's all we can do.
Yeah.
That's all we can do. I got a camera too close to us, by the way. That's all right. We can.
We'll back it up when we get a
See, I usually count on you being here to help set the camera
well,
shot.
you know what? You gave me another job to do this morning.
Well, I kind of had to come down here and do all the work.
Well, I figured if I get to the front desk by 12:45, I should be here by 1:25.
See, that's an incorrect calculation. See, I go on at least 12:30, if not 12:15.
Well,
that's just me. I haven't had lunch though, so.
Well, either have I. I put it.
Oh, you have food in a bag.
I got food in a bag, not chicken in a bag, which is obviously a delicacy here on the island.
Yes.
Chicken in a bag, and I stopped to get a panini because I didn't think I was going to be that long, and I am kind of hungry.
All right.
And the party's not till like 8:00 tonight, so.
I think I'm going over to the Chinese place after this is over.
Are they open?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
By the way, the barbecue place is family style. That's why those prices were so high.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
See,
you went for lunch though.
I went for lunch, but I also stopped in there for dinner and had dinner with Mike Leah and his new girlfriend.
Oh, very good.
And Remco's fiance. So
I didn't see that on the expense sheet.
No, that's because I slipped a little. Mike covered most of it, but I paid him some cash.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
So thank you to Mike Leah for helping. I didn't get a free dinner, but I got a partially free dinner.
Okay.
So I'll definitely take that. Yeah, but otherwise, stay's been great here.
other than that,
fantastic.
and
yeah.
and I told this to the manager. I said, things happen. I just didn't like the fact that it took you 4 days to offer us a different room.
Yeah. And it's the thing is, maybe we should have just day one said
we want a new room.
Yeah.
We
trusted them because they said they fixed it.
Yeah.
They said they fixed it.
They did, but they fixed it and created another problem.
Yeah.
Then they fixed that problem, which created a third problem.
Just take the thermostat out. That's what should have just been done.
Well, the new room's got looks like
it's a nice new one. The other one was the old big bulky with the
Yeah.
the large numbers. This was kind of like that big. Just a nice compact little thing. Anyway.
Other than that, though, the week has been fantastic.
Yes.
PokerStars is treating us great.
Fantastic.
We've been a great
Awesome.
tournament. And for all intents and purposes, the Atlantis Hotel and Casino is a beautiful place.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend it. I would just check your thermostat when you check in.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything's fine.
Well, at some point tomorrow, I'm getting into the ocean.
Wow.
Got to do that.
Okay.
That's a must. Well, I have to.
Well, you're gonna have plenty of time tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna because I think we're just gonna do one show.
One show.
So we'll be on our KLAV show, so that'll be exciting. And speaking of exciting, by the way, Sarah Grant's here.
She's here
That's all
every
that
day.
matters. Yeah, I know.
We watch her go back and forth.
God, it's the greatest part of our day, too. By the way, if you do want to call the show, we'll pop that number back off there. But it's 702-997-3015. It's 702-997-3015. Or you can say hi to us on Skype, Mark Hoke 5150. Got the Twitters open. We got all sorts of stuff. Chat rooms open, too. So whatever you need to do, if you want to say hello to us and you happen to have the day off work or something, you're tuning in, or you're anywhere around the world, it's cool. We'd love to have you say hi to us. Wow, Joe. Poker.
There's more breaking news?
Poker. Lots of poker. Lots of poker going on here at the PCA. Shall we break that all
That
down?
would be the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure, by the way.
Yes, sir. Main event going on, 25K high roller. Which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do the high roller or do you want to do the 20 or the
main event?
The main event.
Let's do the 25 first.
Let's do the 25K
Even
first.
though it's a bigger buy-in, the main event has a little bit more prestige to it.
So yesterday, Scott Seaver came into today's play with the lead. Put up, let me slide this one over here because I've got a couple different comprehensive views depending on who you talk to. Seaver with 117 players getting through day one of the 197 that started the day. Record 257 entries as well. So a record-breaking 25K high roller here at the PCA. As Seaver came in with the lead on this one, followed by EPT Vienna champ Alexei Koroshenin. I'm just going to go with that. It sounded pretty darn good.
Actually, sounds pretty good.
And let's see who else. David Katai coming through, Andre Akari, Faraz Jaka, Dominic Nitschke, Tony Gregg, Danny Stern, Brandon Steven, Mike McDonald, Sean Deeb, Steve O'Dwyer, all still hanging around as of the end of the day yesterday. Some other players that had here's some players that got a little stuck. I know Big Hooney, Chris Hoonigan, busted a little while ago. He had dropped in 2 bullets. Some notables that dropped when Darren Elias, Christoph Vogelsong, Max Aldergott, Oli Shimeon, Liburi, and Sergio Aido had also thrown a second bullet in there. So
Ooh.
50K on the line on that one. That's no fun.
50 grand.
50 grand.
50 large.
So as of now, or as of recently, last chip count we got. In fact, I think I'll just refresh it.
That would be a good thing.
Just for fun, because I had it up about 15 minutes ago. Last chip counts, Davide Katai has taken the lead. Of course, he won another World Series of Poker bracelet this year. And Katai is now at $435,000. Samuel Bongard out of Canada, $420,000. Dan Highmiller.
There's my boy.
See you come on the show and look what happens. You get a Mark Hoke Show t-shirt, too. He's probably wearing it today. I think that would be a smart move.
Where is he?
He's in third right now, $415,000.
Nice. Very nice for Dan.
And a
Good
little
guy
bit,
too, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. And a little bit of a separation now between him and Scott Seaver in fourth. Seaver's at 307, so
At 307, and what does Dan have?
415. So the top three have got a nice little edge on the rest of the field right now. Andre Akari at 284. Koroshenin at 277. Boy, they're just firing these off of me right now. Georgios Sotiropoulos
Nice.
at, thank you.
I'll give you credit.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
262.
Nice.
John Crepan at 253. Donald Ray, 243. Nail Farrell at 232. Jason Mercier at 230. Some of our American notables. Faraz Jaka in there. 210. Tony Gregg, 193. I'll keep sliding down. Barry Hutter at 166. Will Fiala is in there at 155. Danny Stern, 145. Sam Trickett's in there at 145. I haven't called his name too often here at this PCA. Daniel Negreanu, 140. Brandon Steven, 137. Andy Filichak, 136. Joe Kuther, 135. So there's some pretty good names for you. Jay Cody's in there too. And by the way, I do know that Jay Cody and Daniel Negreanu are not from the United States. Just in case anybody's out there. He's not American. Okay, so I pulled some notables for you. So there we go. Joe is still doing the math over here. Put it down and relax a little bit,
I was
Joe.
negotiating for you.
Put it down and relax a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. So so that's where we are on the high roller right now. So still obviously a long way to go in that thing.
Right.
But man, what a pressure-filled event to play at the end of this thing. Because when you come down to this series, then we're fortunate because we got everything worked out with PokerStars and so on. But if you're coming down here and you're staying at this place and you're paying for the hotel room, you're paying for all the food, and you're playing a bunch of tournaments here. Maybe you already played the 100K high roller just for fun too. Maybe you fired a couple bullets in the main event and you had a bunch of other side events that you were in too. That's an expensive week. And to finish it all off, you're throwing down another 25K.
Possibly 50.
Possibly 50 to wrap this series up. I mean, that's a make or break it for a lot of these guys right now.
I was trying to wrap my head around was, let's say if I came down here to play these events, stay at this hotel, eat on property. I was trying to figure out what would I have to bring with me. I would have to bring my American Express. What's the highest level American Express card?
Oh,
is it the black card?
I think it's the black one, yeah.
I would think I would need 2 American Express black cards.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm just, man, I mean,
But
if you want to live in luxury, and this is luxury, it can put a little bit of a dent in your pocket.
Well, you could, just picturing entry fees right now. Let's say you did play the 100K high roller. Let's throw that number in. Let's say you played that, and of course, you could re-enter that thing too. But we'll just, for simplicity's sake, let's just say 1 bullet on that.
Okay, 1 bullet on that's 100.
Let's just say you fire 1 bullet in the 25K.
Okay.
So there's 125,000. You got the main event. Let's say you fire 2 bullets in the main event.
Okay, that's 145.
So we're 145. Not to mention all the. Let's say you played the Panama event. There's another 3,000. Maybe you hopped into a couple of the 5,300 tournaments. There's another $10,600. And there's a few $1,000 side events. Let's say you played a couple of those just for fun too.
You know what I would?
That's a lot. That's a lot of
We're
money.
in a range of 160,000 before you even checked into your room.
Yeah.
You know what I think they should do, or at least offer, and maybe they would get a little bit more local participation, because I was having lunch out by the beach, and one of the servers saw me with my media pass and started asking me questions about, well, how much is to buy? And I said, well, it's all according to what event you want to play. And I proceeded to give her a couple, and she was like, oh, my God. I wonder if they ran satellites, even online at PokerStars, if they ran satellites for them to qualify to come down here.
Oh, yeah.
They did?
Yeah, there were a ton of them, yeah.
Okay. I'm talking about for the local fair, so to speak. Or maybe some players want to come in earlier and play a couple of satellites to get into these events. I wonder if that would
Well, I don't think
attendance.
they have poker here.
Oh, that's probably
There's no poker at this
They
casino.
don't have poker here.
Yeah.
They might want to consider that.
So yeah. So you were looking at a very, very expensive trip. Now, if you take the high rollers out, there you pull 150,000 out of that budget. But even still, if you think about what you need to spend to eat here, you're gonna have a hard time getting by without like $150 at least a day, at least. So you're looking at if you're here for 9 days, you're looking at you're gonna come up around $1,500.
You know what the
for food.
You know what the Atlantis should do? And here I am. I'm not on the contract to them either. I'm going to offer them a suggestion how they can increase their business. They should open up a very small poker room, 4 or 5 tables, and feed this particular tournament, which will get their customers to come back
Sure.
in January.
There you go.
Run tournaments every day. Run cash games. You put certain amount of hours in. That qualifies you to play for a free roll to get into, let's say, their small event here. I think was like $700. The pineapple was about 6 and change.
The pineapple was 1,100, but there were some other $600 events.
I mean, maybe they should consider doing that. I know PokerStars just that that wouldn't be something they would be interested in doing, but maybe the Atlantis to bring more people in, and obviously when you're here, there's discretionary money being spent in the Atlantis on property here as far as the restaurants, the souvenir stores, just anything, which will be a revenue generator for the Atlantis. Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Open up a poker room.
I hear you. So, and just your hotel rooms here are $300-ish a night. Ish. Depending on how you go. So this is not a cheap trip.
No,
this is not a cheap trip.
And there's a new resort, a world-class resort that's opening up on this island. It was supposed to be open in February, but it's pushed back to June, I think. And they're supposed to have an even larger casino than the Atlantis has right now. So I bet you if they open a poker room up, the Atlantis may follow suit.
There you go. Not a bad call. So
I can run a poker room down here on the beach.
There you go. That's not a bad idea. I like that.
I'll be here already.
I like that.
I can meet you here next January.
Yeah. You'd be so long gone. I know it. All right. So, yeah. So, obviously, like I said, this is a very long trip for these guys. But busting this thing out late is a make or break it for most of them right now. But speaking of making or breaking it, we go to day 5 of the main event today.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Is the soccer guy still in?
No.
He's out.
Ronaldo was busted last night.
I mean, that would have been the Cinderella story.
But seeing his girlfriend walking around with him, he didn't. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
He was knocked out of there by Eugenio Matar. Those two hooked up in a pretty big hand last night, and Matar ends up taking the chip lead into day 5 today. Let's see, Emra Kakmak.
That's a
at
name.
2,037,000. Chance Cornuth is over 2 million in this thing. So Cornuth is trying to make a stand here and possibly win this PCA main event championship.
How many players left?
24 started today.
And then paying the cash started at when?
Oh, way back.
So
main event, way back.
Did Ronaldo get cash?
Yes. He cashed a while ago. Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Where you been? He cashed on late day 2.
Oh, he made the money on day 2?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes, money has been distributed quite a while ago.
Oh, good.
Andre Samuelson at 1.6. Prat Yeshbodiga starting the day at 1.62. Nicholas Hombitzer, 1.31. And let's see, just take some of your Juan Martin Pastor. We were talking about him a lot. He's a little over 1 million. The now controversial Uwe Ritter, the German, at 1.06. Maurice Hawkins, 962. Jim Colby started the day 799. Down all the way down to the short stack Noah Schwartz at 238. He's trying for the Triple Crown today if he can win this thing.
You want to share with us why that player is the controversial?
He slow rolled yesterday.
Oh, that's the guy with the ace.
Yeah, that was
okay.
the slow roll yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess the karma hasn't bitten him yet, huh?
No, not yet. Not yet, but it could be coming. Let's take a look and see if we have some updated chip counts for this event as well, and we'll give that the old review. And Mr. Pastor decided to come to play a little bit today. Juan Martin Pastor is now your chip leader, 3,090,000. So over the 3 million chip mark. Emra Kakmak is at 2.85. Diego Ventura 2.12. Eugenio Mutar has now fallen out of the chip lead. He's at 1.87. Cornuth down to 1.6. So a couple of the chip leaders taking a hit early today.
I think 1.8 will still get you to the final table.
Oh, it's going to be tough.
That's my prediction.
We got 1.8, 1.66, 1.55, 1.509, 1.41. That's gonna be a tough number.
1.8. That's my call. 1.8 will be the ninth player at the table.
Okay, it's a possibility. I mean, no doubt. But there's still decent.
24 million in play, right?
Yep.
1.8.
There are 18 players now remaining in this main event. So, bust today. Let's take a look. Amber's thing is gone. Andre Samuelson, wow, he was among the chip leaders. He is out of there. Jim Colopy gone. Noah Schwartz is out. Tim Riley and Mayu Roca eliminated right now, according to our information. Felipe Ramos is your short stack, 399,000. So Ram. So,
He's 399 is not going to make the final table.
no, he's gonna have to get going there.
I mean, that
Hawkins,
player might make the final table, but that chip total is not.
yeah. Hawkins is at 447. Juan Echeverry, who led after day 3, if I'm correct, is down to 558. And he's just kind of hanging around out there. So in terms of your really big names that we would know, at least in the United States, not too many people hanging around on that one. Chance Kornuth, probably the most well-known player among the Americans remaining, but certainly Pastor, a good name. That would be nice to see a Supernova Elite take this thing down.
Is he Italian?
He is Argentinian.
Argentinian, okay. It reminds me, when I hear Pastor, it reminds me of an Italian pasta dish. Maybe because I'm hungry.
It's all good. 18. So once again, 18 players left. By the way, here's your remaining tables. They've got they just updated the table draws that are in there, with 6 at each table.
Oh.
You got a featured table right now with Pastor, Kornuth, Shyam Srinivasan at 1.4, Ritter is at 1.2, Baumstein 737, Ramos 399. So good luck to Felipe Ramos.
The fact that
He's not going to have fun on that table.
3 tables of 6, do you think that's an indication that the final table will be 8 players or less?
I think they usually run 8,
Okay.
8-handed down here. Secondary table, Diego Ventura 2.12. Nicholas Hombitzer is also on there. Budiga, Civic Nanam, excuse me. Dylan Lynn's still hanging around there. Maurice Hawkins on the secondary table. So Hawkins is going to be the short stack on that. But I think he's got a little more room to work with that group. And then the outer table, Emmer Kokmak right now, 2.8 million. He's got a million chip lead on everybody else at that table. Matar's at 1.8. They have Kevin Schulz, Benjamin Pollock, Rami Bukai, and Echeverry.
You know, my 1.8 prediction was based upon 9 players, but I guess I'm going to have to stick with that.
Yeah.
Maybe 1.8
good.
still might.
You might get 9 on the unofficial final table.
Oh. I never understood that unofficial final table.
It's just the way it is. I've given up on that. I've gotten 14 explanations about that. Just
If it's the final table, it's the final table.
I agree with you. It's the final table. It's the final table.
Like the November 9, they really were down to 10.
They are down to 10. There's 10 players to get to that final table.
And there were. And then they played to 9.
It's such a... You treat it like your appendix. You know, it's just the 10th guy's a dangler. Just cut him off. You know? Who
Like
needs him?
It's like a hangnail.
Yeah, it's like, just get the bed. Get out of there.
You think they call it the unofficial final table?
They do.
No,
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you think they call it that to kind of make the guy feel better? Well, he didn't. He made the final
They
table.
do that
he
to
made the
everybody.
unofficial final table.
I don't know.
Interesting.
It would just suck. It would just suck to be that guy. And we've seen some great players get lopped off in that spot too in the World Series main event.
Yeah.
Marcel
maybe-
Lusk won. Carlos Mortensen 2 years ago was the guy that bit the dust on that one.
And
And how awesome would that have been to have him at the have him coming back to
right.
in November?
Wasn't Phil Ivey the year that Moneymaker won? Wasn't Phil Ivey the 10th guy?
I don't know.
I think
but,
so.
But the number 9 didn't exist back then.
That's true too.
No.
But the final table did.
Final table did.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lusk was a 10th guy. Yeah, it's like you fade into oblivion. You know, it's like I made the final table, but I didn't. How do you explain that? How do you explain that to a person outside of poker?
That's
something that, you know, we inside poker, we're used to it. But if you tell somebody, if you have somebody that knows nothing about
unofficially
poker,
made the final table.
I
They look
made-
at you like, what?
It's like, hey, you bring a couple of friends down, you're making a deep run, and you're at the final table, and your buddy comes up to you running and saying, "Hey, you made the final table." Well, no, I didn't. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's
only one table left.
There's one table left. Didn't you make it? Well, no, there's this unofficial final table thing. So I got one more person. And then you're the 10th guy, it's like, well, I didn't make the final table. Wait, you're the last 10, right? Yeah. How many tables were left? One. Well, you made the final table.
It's not as bad as being the bubble boy. The bubble boy walks away with nothing.
Well, in the World Series, they give you
Well,
at least a buy-in back.
Yeah, I'm just talking
I
about
don't-
the official,
you know what?
the real bubble.
I'll tell you what.
Like
I mean, I guess I would rather be the 10th place finisher, but there is a parallel in that. I mean, I would be sitting there. I'd be kicking myself because I didn't make history. Here I missed somehow I missed this opportunity because of this BS rule.
I bet you there'd be only 20 people right now who could tell you who finished 10th in this year's main event at the World Series.
I don't think I could.
Yes, and he went out when it was a hand that Newhouse called him with, and the Brazilian guy actually had the best hand and folded it.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah. But no one who can name the guy who actually finished 10th.
Now I got to look that up.
Yeah, think
We
about
have
that.
to look that up on the
How
break.
quickly you fade.
I can tell you who finished 9th the last 2 years. It's a shame.
Yeah, the guy that I bet on.
Oh, you bet on him?
Yeah,
Oh.
I figured there's no way he's. You know what? This was his year. That's what I thought it was anyway.
Yeah, that
He
was.
played good the whole series. He played good the whole series of 2013, finishing 9th.
9th.
To make those 2 runs back to back is pretty impressive. So I figured, you know what? Newhouse is going to be able to pull this off.
I think a lot
Sure.
of people thought Mark was going to win that table, but alas, not to be.
Yeah, I know.
They have just gone to level 25 in the main event, 15,000, 30,000 blinds, 4,000 ante. Still 18 players remaining on that. Chip average right now is 1,360,000. So that's where we are right now, taking on this championship event. Somebody's going to be walking out with that massive trophy and a lot of money, $1.49 million. So
Pretty sweet.
not bad. All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little more about the PCA, our experiences down here. No breakfast to talk about. So.
PokerStars Caribbean Adventure. They would like us to say that, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you see the media release?
Oh, yeah, I've seen them every day.
Yeah.
That's why I always make sure that I say it at the beginning
As
of the
opposed to
podcast.
saying just PCA.
Yes, that's why. And I always give PokerStars credit at the beginning of the show for having us down here.
At the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure. Very good.
God, I miss PokerStars so bad. Let's take a break before I start to cry. We'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Sorry I was late, but I was trying.
The ultimate poker destination and the most outstanding poker in the world is at only one place. The 2015 PokerStars Caribbean Adventure. January 6th through the 14th. Join PokerStars pros like Daniel Negreanu, Chris Moneymaker, Liv Boree, Jason Mercier, Bertrand Elke Grospellier, Vanessa Selt, and many more of your favorites at the stunning Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. With some of the greatest events in poker, like the $100,000 High Roller, the America's Cup, the new Double Bubble Tournament, and the prestigious PCA main event. It's a must for anyone who's ever sat at a poker table. For more information on the PCA schedule, travel information, and much more, just visit PokerStarsCaribbeanAdventure.com and join us in the Bahamas for the PCA, January 6th through the 14th.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason open-faced Chinese poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit BlindSquirrelApparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Missouri stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle. Right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. PokerShop.com.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
We're back. Hey everybody, what's up? We're live at the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure here in the beautiful Bahamas. Yeah, boy. I didn't hit my head today.
But you didn't go down the slide either.
I didn't. I haven't gone down the big slide yet. I got on one of the slides yesterday. But I was time limited on the locker thing. A lot of, for one thing people don't know, the pools and everything shut down here at like 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So all that stuff is done. So you got to get it done in the daytime. Well, I got over there in the afternoon, and I needed a locker.
What'd you need a locker for? Oh, to
because
put
I
your
had all
stuff.
my stuff. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So
You have to come prepared.
well, I
I
was.
came prepared. Look.
Hey, you know what I did?
Got my bathing suit on. I'm going right to the pool after this.
Well, lucky you. I'm not.
Left my money in a safe, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, and Joe's munching away, by the way. Having a good time. In case you hear that lip smacking.
Well, you sent me on a mission. You cut into my lunchtime.
Well, I didn't think it was going to cut into your lunchtime. They said 10 o'clock.
10 became 11.
10 became 11, 11 became 12. Yep,
There you
that's
go.
how it goes. Anyway, hey, there was some news today. I don't think it was as interesting as the news we got yesterday.
That was pretty interesting yesterday.
But there's a couple online items that popped up. I have a feeling they're going to turn out to be total wastes of time, but they have been reported. Because we're talking online poker down here with PokerStars. So what do you say we... Excuse me. We hit those real quick.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'm
you have them queued
betting
up?
I'm betting worthless. But let's see. First, Mississippi
Oh,
has become another state that has introduced online iGaming legislation here in 2015.
who's going there?
So they Bobby Moak, a Democrat out of Bogue Chateau, Where the heck that is? I didn't even heard of it.
Well, they have Beau Rivage.
Yeah.
Is Beau Chateau going to be the
This is
the,
Bogue. B-O-G-U-E. Bogue.
Oh, because the
You know,
Beau Rivage.
You know, like Vogue? It's kind of
Vogue.
Bogue. No, it's Bogue.
Oh.
No, it's B with a B.
Oh, would it be?
B-O-G-U-E.
Okay, news to me.
That might be Bouguet. I have no idea.
It's probably some sort of French.
But he is, yeah, that I'm going to bet. But he has put up a new online gambling act called the Mississippi Lawful, I love this, the Mississippi Lawful Internet Gaming Act of 2015, which would legalize online gambling in the state. Now, this has been his little toy. This guy apparently has just been pushing this for year after year, and this thing never gets out of committee. You know, you would think, Tunica, you got Tunica stuff going on down there. This is what these guys don't understand. Use these sites to feed your casinos.
Tunica, Biloxi.
Yeah, there's things to do down there. So, but he has, let's see, let me just run over here. The crossover deadline, which is for the bill to clear the House and get sent to the Senate, will be February 23rd. Looks like bill is unlikely to get much support without the results of the task force study on the record that was was supposed to have reported back by the end of 2014, but no word when the study will be introduced into the legislature. What a shock! So, but they're trying again. So best of luck to those guys down in Mississippi.
At least someone's trying.
They're trying. They're failing, but they're trying. This one's kind of crazy though. I'm kind of surprised this one even came up. Check out this state. You know, let's go past you. I don't even know. Well, maybe Utah and this state, and I just kind of almost said it, are the two states that I would think would be the ones that you would never get online legislation going. Utah would be one.
Texas.
No, worse. They've already got laws there. This state's already got rough laws.
And Texas is pretty tough too.
Washington is the bad one. It's a felony to play online, do online gambling or playing poker there. Well, excuse me, my gosh, man, all sorts of trouble today. But there is a new bill that has been put out in Washington State that would legalize online poker.
Wow.
Which is just stunning that the fact that someone would even try to introduce this bill. Let me find the information on it. Under the new bill, businesses would be able to apply for licenses in order to operate poker networks or individual rooms.
You know what's weird about Washington is they have casinos there, but they won't allow you to gamble at home.
Welcome to the world of protect your casino. Yeah, so these guys.
Does that make any sense?
I don't know. The bill does. It's HB 1114, so House Bill 1114, would only allow for online poker, not for other forms of internet gambling. The bill does not include a bad actor clause. So that would open up the possibility of that PokerStars could apply for a license in Washington State. Of course, that clause could get put in at any point, but yeah. So apparently, there's a little bit of a push in Washington State to not only take those crazy felony laws off the book, but totally flip the page.
Let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, something else. But yeah, so some interesting iGaming news out of Mississippi and Washington State, as we try to get a fourth state to have some fun. And boy, I'll tell you what, though, it's just a shame that all the forces going against PokerStars being in the U.S. We'd really love. I mean, obviously, everybody would love to have them back, except their competition.
Yeah, the competition doesn't want them back.
Yeah,
because PokerStars is a first-class operation, and they're going to blow everybody's doors off once they get into the States again. So, and everyone knows that too. So
right. Yeah, and that's why I think everybody's fighting so hard against it. They just know that they put all this time into putting these sites together, and now they're going to get thrown. Get thrown in the garbage can.
If PokerStars does get into New Jersey, and as someone predicted, March of 2015, and Las Vegas or Nevada, I should say, follow suit. What is the attendance going to be like down here for the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure in 2016?
Oh, it'd be great
when you have Americans able to qualify online.
Mm-hmm.
The can just got bigger.
Yes, of course it did.
Yeah.
I mean, everything just got bigger. You know, it's just a shame that the World Series, you know, and Caesars Corporation can't work out something with PokerStars. It just seems so stupid to I mean, I know you're running separate products now, but to come to some sort of licensing agreement, you know, something, some promotions.
Are you saying that Harris / WSOP has some say in preventing PokerStars from coming into Nevada? Are you suggesting that?
No, I'm saying that.
You're saying that.
I'm sure they're doing everything they can to keep him out. But what I'm saying on that is, it would just be nice if they could work something out with PokerStars, so these two companies could work in cooperation together.
It's not going to happen.
It would be, and I know it's not, but it you know, for the betterment of poker, and it would be for the betterment of the World Series.
But
too.
It's not for the betterment of Harris, and that's the problem. You think Harris really cares about the poker world? No. No, and it's obvious. What Harris
well, we
cares
should say Caesars.
Well, Caesars Entertainment.
Caesars
Do
Entertainment.
you think Caesars Entertainment really cares about the poker world? Absolutely not. What they care about is Caesars and how much money they can put in their pockets.
Yeah, well, they ought to start trying some different things.
And how can they do things to prevent other people from getting a piece of the pie?
$25 billion in debt. $25 billion. Maybe it's time to change the page a little bit. Just a thought. You're $25 billion down. I think the business model could use a tweaking. Just saying, there's a lot of people, and I know a lot of people are worried about losing their jobs.
Well, they try to monopolize the casino business by just buying up everyone. Yeah, and obviously they bought a couple of clunkers.
Yeah. Well, and buying the Atlantic Club. I mean, no offense to them, that was just trying to do that was stupid. I mean, PokerStars did it because it was a cheap opportunity to try and get into New Jersey.
How about buying the Imperial Palace? How about buying Fitzgerald's? How about there's a lot better choices of casinos to be purchased in Nevada than the Imperial Palace. It's always been, I hate to say this, but it's always been kind of a dump.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Built on top of a wash, and when the few times that it does rain really heavy in Las Vegas, if you're at the IP, your means of transportation is a canoe. It's God's honest truth. I mean, they've tried to repair it, but if it rains heavy, the IP is is beachfront property, baby, or at least lakefront property.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how this all turns out. But some people, I think one thing that the poker community has got to start realizing is I think a few of us are going to have to start working together a little more closely. It's just the pie is just not big enough.
Not a team sport.
No, it's definitely not a team
it's
sport.
Individual.
That's for damn sure.
And that's what will always keep poker 3 steps behind, is that it's an individual. People don't team up together in poker.
Yeah.
Other than your America's Cup and once in a while a tag team match, it's all individualized, and
it goes all the way up to the top of the business models. But there are a couple good business models out there in the poker community. Like Zen Poker Mentoring.
I knew you were going to slip that in.
Of course, we're going to be at the Zen Poker Mentoring's first event. That is going to be featuring Brian Rast, Vanessa Russo, and Christy Arnett. Should be an awesome time there, as we're going to be at the Meet Las Vegas Event Center February 21st through the 22nd, and you can be there too. You should be. Some great chunking and way they're setting up teaching these classes. It's going to be outstanding, and they're going to give you lessons on and off the felt to how to handle yourself and nutrition. And I think Elliot Rowe's going to be there, so he's going to be hypnotizing some people. He might make a couple of people, chickens or,
act like a chicken,
roosters or orcas. I don't know.
Okay.
Elliot can probably do that. But there's a lot of great stuff going on for the Zen Poker Mentoring event. It's going to be, once again, Meet Las Vegas Event Center across from the D, downtown Las Vegas. First 15 people to register get a free 2-night stay at the D, not to mention they're also giving away a $565 Colossus seat.
10,000 players.
Yeah.
At least.
Should be good. So check it out at zenpokermentoring.com. That's zenpokermentoring.com. Sign up, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to learn a lot from Rasty. He's the man. He is the man. There's no question about it. Don't forget, of course, also download that ABC Chinese Poker app. You online or you OFC fans, you need it. I'm telling you. It feeds the crack addiction, and everybody plays that. We all know this. So ABC Chinese Poker on your iPhone, iPad. Get that downloaded today. And then you also want to throw out there, Poker Night in America is going around too. That's on Monday nights, 10 p.m. CBS Sports Network. So make sure you tune into that.
So the show was on last night?
Yeah,
Cool.
I didn't get to see it, but
We didn't. We don't get it down here.
yeah, we're kind of isolated. We were lucky we got the football game last night. But check that out, Poker Night in America. Once again, 10 p.m. Mondays, CBS Sports Network. Also, the website PokerNightTV.com. PokerShop.com's got that 10% off deal for you too, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I know you need some supplies.
Actually, we're pretty set.
Well,
But if I do need supplies, I know where I'm
supplies,
gonna
you're going to PokerShop.com. 10% off with the code HOKE.
Everything but dealers.
Yep, everything but dealers, and
I've created a new monkey here for them. Everything but dealers.
everything but dealers. And I bet they're going to do a rented dealer service after they keep hearing this.
Tell them to call me. I got a whole list.
PokerShop.com.
I could be their dealer agent.
They're all right. Let's see who else do we want to make sure we get mentioned in here real quick. We have our good friends at BlueRail.net building websites for us, doing a great job. Check them out at BlueRail.net. Give Bob a call, 522-820-5128. It's 522-820-5128. BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
They'll take you as far as you want to go.
The Dutch Boyd's got that Poker Tilt book out. Amazon, Kindle, of course, on PokerTilt.com.
Still waiting for my copy, Dutch.
Okay.
I can't talk about the book if I haven't read it, right?
No.
So
Yeah, I'm not blowing your mind.
you won't lend me yours.
No, it's the autographed gold seal copy. Not a chance.
Stop.
I'm serious.
Well, put a good word in with me.
I'll see if I can score a book for you. But check it out, PokerTilt.com.
I tell him I'll read it and give it back to him.
Okay.
I won't pirate it and start handing it out to people so they don't buy it. But
Give me some money. I'll photocopy.
I'll
photocopy mine.
That's copyright infringement there, boy.
Well, I'll cut Dutch in. in half.
I blog on Las Vegas Advisor, The House of Pain. I mean, I'd be more than happy to write a blog about the book if he gets me to read it.
All right. There you go.
I mean, I had total strangers send me books to read so I can write about them. I mean, I know Dutch.
Yeah.
Come on, Dutch, cough it up, buddy.
All right. We'll discuss that with Dutch Boyd. See how that goes. Don't forget tomorrow. Our show on KLAV 12:30 a.m. KLAV1230am.com. I have no idea who's going to be on there yet, but we will be back on 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time on KLAV 12:30 a.m. The Talk of Las Vegas. Of course, you can tune us in all over the world on KLAV1230am.com. We would love to have you listen to the show, and of course, the podcasts are available. MarkHokeShow.podbean.com or on iTunes, whichever you prefer. Just download. That's it's a lot of fun. And, of course, all these shows from our live events are up on YouTube as well. Just search Mark Hoke on YouTube, and you can watch all these great videos.
They're on your Facebook page, too. I noticed that this morning when I was
they're all over the
trolling
place.
the internet.
Twitter, whatever. They're everywhere, Joe. They're everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's all our hyping of our stuff for right now. So let me see if we got any more news from any of the two major events playing out today. But while I'm doing that, Joe, the party tonight.
I haven't been to one, but from what I hear, come hungry.
Oh, I'm pretty excited.
Come hungry.
8 o'clock tonight in the Imperial Ballroom. That just sounds cool. Party in the Imperial Ballroom. It was going to be outside, but possibility of inclement weather today, so they moved it inside yesterday. Probably not a bad time. Give me 1 second here. Felipe Ramos is out. They are down to 17 now. Ramos was eliminated by Chance Cornuth.
What does Felipe get as a payday?
$58,020. Cornuth. Wow, Cornuth caught him with quads.
Wow.
Oh.
Heck of a way to go out against quads.
Wow. And this is a tough one, too. King, Queen, 8 on the flop, Queen on the turn.
And
Queen on the river.
Oh, he had a queen in his hand, huh?
And Ramos got the money in with King 5, so he had the full house there. but corner flips over queen 6
For 4 of a kind.
for the quadorama. Look who, oh my God, it's the Queen of the Caribbean. Jen Shahadi. Jen, are you coming over? Oh yeah, there you go. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, okay. Do you have like 30 seconds? Yeah. Here, let's get the stunningly beautiful and by the way, I nominated this person for Up and Comer of the Year for the American Poker Awards.
Oh, did you? That's
I did.
awesome.
I did. I'm
Thank
on the
you very
nominating
much.
committee, so I did that. Absolutely.
Sweet.
Jen Shahadi joining us. Jen, what's up?
I'm great. I mean, having a great time here at the PCA.
Uh-huh.
Ladies event.
Awesome.
Ended up coming 10th in a turbo yesterday, the bounties, so that was fun.
Very nice. And you got to play on Shark Cage.
Oh yeah, playing on Shark Cage was really fun. I was in the same heat as Ronaldo and Tito Ortiz.
Ooh.
So Sam Grafton, Jake Cody. So it was like super fun bunch. It just felt like we were all out for a town in Vegas.
Nice. There you go. And I got to say, Jen, you're really moving up in the world. I mean, since we got started on this whole thing with you Grindettes, man, you have gone so far. It is incredible to see.
You too. Here you are at the PCA, working that magic.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Well,
But
hard
you,
work.
I mean, come on.
Hard work and luck, man. That's what you need.
OFC high roll. I need some OFC tips. I got something wrong, by the way. Pairs.
Yeah, out with the flush.
Out with the flush. That is a problem. I think I tend to do that a lot. But yeah, of course, won the high roller, and now you're on TV all over the place. Poker Night in America, Shark Cage. I mean, wow. I mean, and of course you're doing all your chess things too. So I mean, you're just all over, girl.
Yeah, it's a busy life, but it's good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. It's awesome. So what's next?
There's the ladies event, and then LAPC,
Mm-hmm.
American Poker Awards. So I'll be out there in California probably, and some chess stuff. So yeah, going to try to hit some EPTs. Just more of the same.
Man.
Keeping it rolling.
You
And then
are-
PokerStars party tonight. You gonna be there?
Oh yeah.
All right, great. See you
Awesome.
there.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I didn't know if you were trying to get out of here
Oh,
or not.
no.
Oh, okay.
You got another
You
question?
kind of did the jerk. I see. I
no,
read
I'm
things.
good.
I apologize. Because I don't want you to go. So we don't get to see each other that much.
I know.
Yeah. So, with you moving up in the poker world so rapidly now, what are your expectations for 2015? I mean, this has just been something special coming.
Well, I think I need to figure out how to allocate my time better because I keep doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to figure out how to drop some stuff. It's not going to be easy.
You're in high demand.
Yeah, and I want to really focus more on my no limit game. So open phase is great, but I just I feel like I'm always on the cusp of getting much better at no limit. And then like as soon as I am, like I'm off to like a chess event or on to the next thing. So I want to kind of like focus on that area and really put the hours in, like in terms of studying and playing.
Well, I mean, you're such a fixture in the chess world now, too. I mean, it's got to be really hard trying to, as you move up in poker, too, it's got to be hard finding a balance between, all the duties you do. Of course, you do a lot of announcing and broadcasting for chess tournaments, and now you're starting to get really popular in the poker world, too. So, something's got to give at some point.
At some point, but let's just try to keep all the balls in the air for a little longer, right?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And of course, the Grindettes doing great too. We got Jamie and Katie are going to be on Poker Night in America. And did you get to see any of the broadcast yet from the ladies' night? What'd you think?
I thought it was amazing. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Jamie came off great. Her personality really shone. So yeah, really shined rather, and she played great too. So I was really proud of her. Yeah, it's a good moment.
What does that show mean to women's poker?
That's great. I mean, it's a great thing having all those women playing. And right now, I'm actually gonna late reg the ladies event. It started like an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
So I better get in there. But yeah, I think these women's tournaments and the women's cash game, it's fabulous.
Yeah, well,
I hope to be a part of one of the future ones.
I hope so too. We need to get all four of the Grindettes on the table at the same time. Now
Yeah.
that would be sick.
That would be fun. That would be a party.
You bet. Well, good luck to you. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And continued success, my lady.
I'll see you at that party.
All right. Jen Shahade, everybody. One of the Grindettes. Of course, you can follow the Grindettes on Twitter at Grindettes, Facebook the Grindettes, website grindettes.com, and you get to deal with wonderful women like her. They're awesome.
I think I've met 3 of the Grindettes.
Which one haven't you met? Did you not meet which Katie? Because you met Jamie, didn't you?
I think I met Jamie. I met Katie
Which
at the
one?
World Series.
Katie Stone or Katie Dozier?
Katie Stone, one from New Jersey?
Yeah.
I think that's the one I met, right?
So you haven't met Katie Dozier yet?
I don't think I've
Oh,
met.
she's just a bundle of happy.
I think I don't know. Where's Katie from?
She's living down in Mexico right now.
I don't think I've met. She wasn't up during the World Series, was she?
Not a whole lot.
Okay,
No.
that's probably one of the Grindettes who I haven't had the privilege to meet.
She's the perky one.
They all look like they're kind of perky.
No, you don't
One is
understand.
frozen
You don't
now.
understand. Katie Dozier is the perky one.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, it's a high perky.
Katie from New Jersey, once she thaws out, she'd be kind of perky.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
You left her out there on the patio.
You know what? I didn't know. Oh, Joe, why are you being so mean to me? I'll tell you. See, that's what
Because
you
you
get.
were mean to Katie.
That's what you get. Juan Echeverry is out of the main event. We are
Ooh.
down to 17 now. Echeverry picking
Wow.
up $65,940. They are on a redraw for the final two tables at this point. Let's see. Echeverry was knocked out
Down to
by
16
Eugenio
then, right?
Matar.
Down to 16, right?
Yep. So down to 16. So Matar goes a little over $2 million. And looks like and Echeverry is gone. Maurice Hawkins, by the way, got in a little battle here with Nicholas Hambitzer. I love that name. I love it. The chips are starting to go in, and Hawkins says, "Go time, dog." Is it go time? And Hambitzer says, doesn't say anything. And Hawkins says, "Do you like the Dolphins?" Still doesn't get anything. And Hawkins says, "You can't say yes or no." And then he says, "I fold," throws an ace over. Hombitzer shows king 10, and then says, "I like the Dolphins." And Dylan Lynn asks him, "Do you know what sport the Dolphins are in?" As Hombitzer says, "No." Very nice. Well played, sir. Well played. But, so Maurice Hawkins. And there's a guy, Maurice Hawkins is a player that's had a lot of success out there on the circuit. Still kind of waiting for Maurice to get that, first major win. But he's another one of those great African American players that are starting to work their way up in the, back in the game. We have guys like Will Gibbons and Raymond Davis and so many others. But Maurice Hawkins is really starting to make a name for himself out there, and that's good to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Hawkins. I have no idea what that is.
I think that's the audio that's attached to his poker.
Yeah, I just went to Maurice Hawkins' page.
I like the music, actually. It's a lot better than that fight song.
That was weird. That was weird. How do you go to a Hendon Mob page and you get Maurice Hawkins' music?
Because I think you're allowed to download a short video or short audio.
I guess so. I was just Hendon mobbing Maurice.
That's pretty good music. I'd like to hear that. Can we close the show with that music?
Yeah, well,
it's like really cool.
I don't want to run into that again.
Well, he's got it on his page, so he's not infringing upon.
I guess not.
Usually, if there's no words to a song.
Well, there were no words to the Johnny Carson song either.
Oh,
I got pooch kicked on that one, but
pooch kick.
But anyway, so
Hey,
Maurice has good stats.
Let me give you a key to remember.
No, I think I have one, don't I?
It might not work.
Okay, that works. Ladies, I have an extra key. Woohoo! There you go.
Now, don't say that I threw a room key at you and have people.
It's not for that would not be for you, Joe. Not a chance. Oh my goodness! I'll tell you what. I think we got some new Twitter followers. By the way, speaking of Twitter, I'm going to give somebody a social media tip real quick. I'm going to give somebody a social media tip. No. And this thing, I wrestled in high school, right? I'm very sympathetic to the wrestling community. Like the real wrestling community. I do enjoy my WWE, but the real wrestling community's got a place in my heart.
As opposed to like the real college football championship game that's played last night.
There was a pretty darn good one the other day too. But here's an issue. Okay, this is going out to Bucknell Wrestling, the university, Bucknell University. It's in Pennsylvania. Been there, nice little campus. Look, if you're gonna hashtag something, and especially if you're trying to win a contest, don't use a hashtag that somebody else, some other institution has been using for a long time. It's not a good decision because they have this contest they're doing, and they're using the Bison Nation hashtag because they are the Bucknell Bison. But I think they go Bison at Bucknell. But they're using the same hashtag that North Dakota State uses.
It's spelled the same way though, right? Do you want it to change the spelling of
that? No, they need to just use a different hashtag.
Why?
Because here's what happens is if you use the same hashtag as somebody else, and like they have 4,000 tweets with the hashtag and you have 3, what happens to your hashtag? It gets buried. It's not smart. So Bucknell Wrestling, and it's just a wrestling team. Come up with something else.
Just the wrestling
It's
team.
just the wrestling
Wow.
team.
Why don't you insult the rest of the school while you're at it?
No, because I like Bucknell. It's a good
just
school.
the wrestling team.
It's just the wrestling team's social media account that is using this. So there's a tip. Like,
It just was a secondary football championship game on Saturday.
Come up with something clever of your own. It would help.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's a tip. If somebody else has a hashtag, don't use the same one.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. I mean, it was kind of funny. There was actually a clash between the hashtag for here, because PCA 2015 is the one that you're using here, which I try to keep an eye on, but it clashed with the People's Choice Awards because they went by PCA 2015. So when this series was starting, it got mixed in with the People's Choice Awards hashtag.
Wow.
That was going out. So there was kind of a crossover there too. So I mean, that's maybe that's a piece of advice for PCA too, to come up with a little different hashtag.
Which PCA?
Well, I think the People's Choice Awards, in terms of worldwide popularity, probably trumps the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure.
Not in my book, it doesn't.
Not in our book, but just in
Do
general.
I really care who wins
But
the
just-
People's Choice Award?
I'm just saying.
I do really care who wins the main event, who wins the high roller event, who wins the $100,000 high roller event. I care about that.
But I think in terms of the worldwide perspective,
Do I care who the leading male in a overproduced reality show is?
we
No.
don't. We don't. You and I don't. But a lot of people do. Probably a lot more people that care about what's going on here, unfortunately.
So I care that the
So there you go.
gentleman with Ace King took his time rolling his hand over against Ace Queen. Kind of.
Okay. There you go. So just throwing it out there.
I'd like to get that play. If we happen, do you know who that player? Do you know what it looks like? We can grab him.
No, I don't. I do
and
not.
ask
But I'm
him-
sure I'm sure it could be found.
Yeah, want to find out. Did he do it intentionally, or was he just in a?
Didn't intentionally.
I don't, you know what? Why can't we give the gentleman the benefit of the doubt?
Not after 10 seconds. I'm not. No way. That's too long.
Maybe there was a language barrier. Maybe he didn't understand that.
That when the other guy was all in and he flipped his cards over and he had called it, that there. Nah.
What I just said. Maybe there was a language barrier. There are a lot of international players here,
There are.
and English is the official language of the tournament.
But generally when all the chips go in the middle.
Generally,
All the chips go in the middle,
Maybe
and then
he-
the first person flips their cards over. There's not much of a language barrier
maybe
on
from
that
his
one.
vantage point, he didn't realize the player was all in.
He called the whole end. He had to. He called it. Guy went all in. He's got called. Yeah, he knew, Joe. I know you're trying to help the poor fella, but
You know, before we nail him to the cross, let's give him a chance to explain himself.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say no, not on that one. $25,000 high roller. Just pulling up the updates on that, let you know where that is at the moment before we get out of here. Here we go. They are now just on level 13. It's 1,500, 3,000 blinds. And 102 players remain in that one. And boy, I'm having a hard time looking that way.
Cameras this way.
Sorry.
Cameras this way.
Donald Ray
Wall.
and Dominic Nitschke
Wall is that way.
are right now listed as co-chip leaders at 295,000, followed by John Krapan at 247. Scott Seaver, the leader, going into the day 232. Bryn Kenny just had a deep finish in the 100th K high roller, so he's still hanging around in there at the top of this leaderboard. Some other names: Andy Filichak, who just missed a bracelet at the WSOP this year, 200,000. Jay Cody's at 200,000. Tony Gregg 142. Randall Flowers hanging around there at 40,000 in chips. So once again, 102 players left in that, and they could actually re-enter at the start of today's play. So entry is officially now at 269. That is impressive. It's not bad for 25K. Somebody's going to be walking out of here with a lot
25K
of
with
money.
the option to have 2 buy-ins of 25K.
Whee!
Well, it was a pleasure
Come on, ride the train.
doing today's show. I'm looking forward to tonight's show,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to tonight's party.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell you what. Everybody's going to be hyped up for this. We're going to be grabbing drunk people for the show before this thing even starts.
They probably won't be drunk before the show, before the party starts.
Well, you really think so?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna vote there be a couple intoxicated people.
Okay.
Well, we'll ask them when they come over.
Okay.
We'll ask them. All right, so there you go. That's going to wrap up our day show. Thanks for Jen Shahani for stopping by.
Yeah.
Always
that
classes
was a
things up.
pleasant
Man,
surprise.
that is such a great upgrade from you, Joe. It's not even funny.
You know what?
No offense.
No offense taken.
There shouldn't be. But that'll do it for us, guys. Hey, we will see you tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern for our evening show, and heading over to the PokerStars party. Should be a good one. So we will see you guys later on tonight. Have a great evening.